So I found this channel that makes $11,000 to $31,000 every single month. And it really got me thinking, what's the best way that somebody can copy this channel and pretty much in a way repost their videos? Because I remember over on TikTok, one of the most in-demand things was how to repost unoriginal content without getting any sort of strikes. And for some reason, not a lot of people talk about it on YouTube, when in fact it's actually easier to repost unoriginal content on YouTube without getting any sort of strikes, because it's very easy to make those type of content original, which is exactly what I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to show you how you can take any of these viral videos over here and change just one thing about the idea and make it original. Now, if you look at the channel that I showed you guys in the beginning, the one that does $11,000 to $31,000 a month, their best performing video in the last 13 days or so is this video over here that did 245,000 views. Now, if I want to pretty much repost this video on one of my own channels, this is exactly how I would do it. The first thing I have to do is do research. Now, just a quick disclaimer, even though what I'm telling you is how to repost content, this is not a lazy method. We're still going to be doing a lot of work. I'm going to look at this channel, I'm going to pretty much study the niche that this channel is in. So just by looking at this, I can kind of get an idea that this is in like the philosophy niche. So what I'm going to change about this is pretty much add a well-known figure to the video. And just by doing a little bit of research, I know this niche in specific already has well-known figures related to it. For example, someone like C.S. Lewis. There are channels dedicated to C.S. Lewis content, and they do pretty well. So I know this is also something that's in demand. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go over to this website called Genlify, which is pretty much a YouTube transcript extractor. And I'm going to take the transcript of this video over here. So I'm going to take the URL of this video, paste it into this website, and it's going to give me the entire transcript. And the first thing I'm going to do is take that transcript, go over to ChatGPT, and ask it to summarize the transcript for me. The only reason I do it is just to kind of give ChatGPT a good understanding of what we're going to talk about. And once that's done, I'm going to then ask it the teachings of this script. Does it relate in any way to the teachings of C.S. Lewis? And pretty much it's going to tell me no, not really. So now I've got to go back and do some more research. And I want you guys to actually pay attention, because I'm going to show you how to do this for other niches as well, not just this. Now I'm going to go back, I'm going to do more research, and later I realized that this niche is also related to kind of to like the Neville Goddard niche. Like there are channels that are just completely dedicated to Neville Goddard. So I'm going to go back to ChatGPT and I'm going to ask it, does the script relate more to the teachings of C.S. Lewis or Neville Goddard? And it's going to tell me it relates more to Neville Goddard. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it this prompt right here. Now you can pause this and read it, but pretty much all I said was, take the original script that I gave you, so from the channel that I showed you in the beginning, and rewrite the script based on the teachings of Neville Goddard. And I told it to talk in like a mysterious tone, just so it has some sort of aura and adds in like a little nonchalant kind of taste to it. And I told it to add your own stories to make it different, and I told it to not copy the same script that I sent it word by word. The fact that I told it to add Neville Goddard will pretty much make it close to impossible for the script that ChatGPT is going to make me to be word by word identical to the script that I gave it. Usually when I used to create scripts in the past with ChatGPT, if I were to give it a transcript and I told it to rewrite this transcript, chances are it's not going to rewrite the transcript. It's going to just change like maybe 1 or 2 words about it and just give it to me as it is. But when I do it this way, it changes up everything. And by the way, in case any of you guys are actually trying to start a YouTube automation channel, but you don't really want to go through the struggle of getting 1,000 subs and 4,000 hours of watch time, I've shown this website in the past. This is the same website that I used to use to get monetized TikTok accounts. And they also provide monetized YouTube pages. And the good thing is, they don't do any sort of botted followers, and they have warranty on every single account that you get. I've already went and tested them out myself, so I know that they work for both TikTok and YouTube. So in case any of you guys are looking to just get an account instantly and start making money on it instantly, this would be your best option. The prices are good and they're probably the most reliable ones out there. However, though, I would act quick because they only have 2 YouTube accounts left in stock, and they do run out pretty quickly as well. But back to the video, once I give it this prompt, it's then gonna make me a brand new script. And what I always do is I take the script and I put it into a Google Doc, and I just check the words. So for this one, it has 3,338 words. Normally I would write more than that, so what I would do is I would go back here and I would just type continue, and it would continue on to the script. Usually I would write between like 5,000, 6,000 words, and the video would be around like 30 to 40 minutes long. But that's how you make the script. And this is how you pretty much take a already proven concept from a different video that has already went viral and already done well, and all you're doing is changing up one thing. So for example, for that video, the title was "Everything is Energy, the only guide you need on how to control your energy." The idea stays the same. The only difference is that you're adding a figure to it. So realistically, if you're very lazy, you can kind of take the same title and just at the end add -Neville Goddard. But don't do that. Change the title up a little bit. And Neville Goddard actually does kind of decent when it comes to search. So when people search up Neville Goddard, your video might actually come up there as well. Same goes for, I think, C.S. Lewis. But once we have the script, the second thing we got to do is head over to a voiceover software to actually get the voiceover. The one that I always use is going to be 11 Labs. Now for 11 Labs, I always go to the project section just because it allows me to put like a bunch of characters at once. There's no limit to how many characters I can add. And when you convert it, it actually flows very good. If you do just normal text to speech, you're limited to like, I think it's 5,000 or 10,000 characters, something like that. So this just makes it so much easier. And you put everything here, you wait for it to convert, and then you just download it. You can use any voiceover software that you're comfortable with, but there's not really much to talk about for the voiceover. It's as simple as just putting it in, downloading it, and you're done. Now for the pictures, this is where a lot of people usually get confused with. If we look at the video that we're copying right now, trying to repost, the video is just like standard pictures with a little bit of like, looks like keyframes, and they change like every 10 seconds or so. Now you can do this with AI, you can do it with Pexels, you can do it with Pixabay, you can do it with anything. AI, obviously some softwares will be paid. Like the one that I usually use is Leonardo AI, but this one, you get 150 credits every single day. Some YouTubers will tell you that's enough. I'm going to be straight up honest with you, it's not enough. Because if you're doing a video that's like 40 minutes long, chances are you'll need more than 150 credits. So you can go to something like Pexel, and then for whatever video you're doing, just search up exactly what you're looking for. If you don't know what to search up, if you don't know how to come up with prompts either, you can just ask AI. You can go back to ChatGPT and you can tell it, depending on the script that you gave me, can you create prompts for each minute or so that's going to happen in the script? And it'll give you a long list of prompts, and you can put that into the software, or you can just ask it for what to search up. You can use AI to help you out with everything, obviously. And it all depends for how long the video is and how long you want to keep switching the pictures. Some people will switch the picture every minute. Some people will switch the picture every 30 seconds, 10 seconds. Depends on what you want to do. Normally, I'd recommend doing it every 30 seconds or so. And then also for the background music, you can use whatever you want. Like for some of the videos that I make, I use just like an ocean waterfall. It's not really music, it's just an ocean waterfall. It's just supposed to be like a relaxing tone or something like that. And to get those non-copyrighted, just go on Pixabay. Now when you've got everything, it'll look something similar to this. Now this is like a very old video that I made, but everything I just explained to you will pretty much look like this. At the bottom over here, this is your 11 Labs soundtrack. So this is your voiceover. And then right above it is your background music. So this is like the ocean waterfall. And then here's all the pictures. Now I did this a little weird. I don't know why. I have some pictures longer than others, but that's fine. Just do it better than how I did it for this one. And then effects right on top of it. And also for the pictures, there's transitions in between every single picture. So for that, you just head over to transitions and you pick whichever one you want to pick. I do like sometimes mix or pull in and pull out. And then for the effects, you can use film frame, dreamy glow, whichever ones you want. I use film frame, dreamy glow, vibration flash, and old. And this is an old video, so I think I'm using different effects now. And then subtitles. And that's pretty much it. If we look back at the original video, pretty much the same exact thing. It's just pictures, still pictures. For the one that I did, I used like actual videos, but it's the same concept. And they'll change like every 30 seconds or so. And there's subtitles on the screen. So that's pretty much what I mean when I'm telling you that you can take one of these videos and repost it. You're still doing the work. You're still recreating the video from scratch. But the idea is what you're pretty much stealing it in a way. But we're not stealing it word by word. We're obviously taking the idea and changing one thing about it and making it better in a way. So I can tell you that if you actually make a channel and stay dedicated to it and follow a bunch of channels in your niche, it'll be close to impossible for you to run out of video ideas. Like for example, if this was my niche and I followed this page and I went and did a bunch of research and followed more pages. I followed the C.S. Lewis, I followed the Neville Goddard niche. If I just go on my homepage, I will come across hundreds of different types of video ideas. And all I have to do is just pick one figure, or I can change the figures depending on whatever I want to do. If I want to do a C.S. Lewis one, I'll take a different video idea from this guy. I'll just go over to the popular one and I'll pick something like this, your secret invisible force you aren't taking advantage of. And I will do the same exact thing. I'll go over to ChatGPT, ask it, does this relate to Neville Goddard's teachings or C.S. Lewis's teachings? Same exact concept of the video, but all I did is just change it up by adding one more person into it. And you can, and like I said, you can do this for just about any niche. It doesn't have to be exactly like this, but the formula stays the same. Like if we go to this channel over here, Mr. Nightmare, I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of this channel. It's one of the biggest faceless channels on YouTube. And he posts scary stories. You can still do the same thing here as long as you're attaching a figure that is well known, that when somebody looks at, they'll recognize and they'll want to click. Like if somebody posts a video, if a random person posts a video and they have Mr. Beast as their thumbnail, don't you think that people will recognize Mr. Beast and want to click on the video? Now for the example that I showed you before, would it make sense to put Mr. Beast? It's like a manifestation philosophy video. Mr. Beast doesn't really relate to that. Neville Goddard, C.S. Lewis, they do. Well, for scary stories, you can put anybody. But here, you would probably want to put somebody trending or somebody related to scary stories. Like this one, 3 disturbing true New Year's Eve horror stories. Somebody trending would be somebody like Diddy. Like you can do something like 3 disturbing true Diddy New Year's Eve party stories. Something like that. Like one of his freak off party shows or something like that. You can actually do the opposite of that as well. So I was just scrolling through my homepage and I came across this page right here. And one of their best performing videos in the last 2 weeks or so was this one. Diddy's torture in prison gets worse near Jay-Z's investigation. You can take this video and flip it. So you can turn it into like a different story. So you can remove Diddy out of it and put somebody else. So you can do like, who was that guy that got arrested recently? The man Luigi guy? So you can do like a fictional story about that guy where he got tortured in prison near Diddy's investigation. You can change it up. You're pretty much like an author. You can do whatever you want to do. But as long as you find an idea that's good. Obviously, this one I came up with on the spot. I don't know if this is going to be good. But the ones for the philosophy niche, I can guarantee you those will do good. Pretty much all I'm teaching you how to do is find an idea and recreate it into your own idea. Because you never really want to start an idea from scratch. You want to find a concept that's already been proven to work and just branch off through that one. And you're not going to have every single one of your videos get like 1 million views, obviously. Like if you follow this step by step and then your first video doesn't get 1 million views when the video that you copied did 1 million views, it doesn't mean that it doesn't work. It just means you have to be more consistent with it. Eventually one of your videos will do good. But YouTube is obviously a game of consistency. If you're not consistent, you're not really going to see any results. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it and found it helpful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe just so I can make more videos on this channel. And also, if you guys have any questions about what I just showed you guys right now, make sure to leave it in the comment section below as well. But yeah, that's about it.